on this episode of Assassin's Creed 3.
Oi! You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war! After him!
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
Hello all and welcome back to Assassin's Creed 3. This was an episode that was supposed to go live before Assassin's Creed Mirage came out. Things happened, lost track of time. We are here now, back in this beautiful game, back in Revolutionary Era Boston, and we are basically just assembling the team, and yeah, that's basically it. So we'll talk to Charles Lee and we'll continue from where we were.
State your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
General Braddock is a person that we actually know from actual history, as are a lot of these people, but in particular, General Braddock is famous for one of the news items we've heard the heralds talk about, Braddock's expedition. I won't spoil what happens, but we'll probably talk about it in a specific video.
Pitcairn, you fool! Your acts are treacherous. Give me one good reason. I shouldn't kill you right now. Were you planning to announce yourself, or did you hope my men
Sir,
wouldn't notice your
if
arrival?
you'll allow me to explain.
Oh, by all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir,
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Haytham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? Well, they'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. As luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
What are you planning?
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
Spoilers for Braddock's expedition, Assassin's Creed 3, come on.
Oi! You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! fie on you and your false war!
After him!
Excellent distraction, Charles Lee. Another actual figure from history. Did he ever do anything like this? I highly doubt it.
Unhand him, Edward.
You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
And here we go, getting in fights with the local police force again. I guess it's more of a military force at this point.
I stay my hand today because you were once my brother, and a better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying...
I assume you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
Alrighty, well, we have our man. Let's see what the plan is. Hopefully something a little less violent.
If I may, I was curious about your past with Braddock. You two clearly have a history.
Edward was one of us upon a time. I considered him a close friend. He was brave and bold in ways few men are. But everything changed at the siege of Bergen op Zoom. We had lost the fortress to the French, and were in the midst of egress. There was a skiff hidden at the port with which we planned to make our escape. As we drew near, a young man and his family came upon us, begging for safe passage. I consented, but Edward refused. The young man called him Craven then. So Edward killed him and all the rest. Even the children. To this day, I don't know why. Was this the first time he'd struck out? Or had I simply never seen it before? Either way, things were never the same after that. We campaigned together a few more times, but each outing was more disturbing than the last. He killed and killed. Enemy or ally, civilian or soldier, guilty or innocent. It mattered not. If he perceived one to be an obstacle, they died. He maintained that violence was a more efficient solution. It became his mantra. And it broke my heart.
I had no idea.
He hides it well, and intimidates into silence any who discover him. Those who persist have a tendency to find misfortune.
And we should stop him.
I suppose you're right. But I maintain a foolish hope that he might yet be saved and brought back round to reason. I know. It's a silly thing to believe that one so drenched in death might suddenly change.
I'm sorry to have brought this up. It was not my intent to sour you.
Nonsense. We are brothers now. There should be no secrets between us.
Now, that is a wild interpretation of Edward Braddock. One that I don't think is actually in line with reality. I'm going to have to do some more research on him. But nothing I've read has indicated that he was a vicious, ruthless figure. Anyway, let's continue talking to our crew and moving the story along.
So, a question for you. Why medicine?
I'm supposed to tell you I care for my fellow man, right? That I chose this path because it allows me to accomplish the greater good.
Are these things not true?
Perhaps. But that's not what guided me, no. For me, it was a less abstract thing. I like money.
There are other paths to fortune.
But what better ware to peddle than life? Nothing else is as precious nor so desperately craved. And no price is too great for the man or woman who fears an abrupt and permanent end.
Your words are cruel, Benjamin.
But true as well.
You took an oath to help people, did you not?
I abide the oath, which makes no mention of price. I merely require compensation. Fair compensation. For my services.
And if they lack the required funds?
Then there are others who will serve them. Does a baker grant free bread to a beggar? Does the tailor offer a dress to the woman who cannot afford to pay? No. Why should I?
You said it yourself. Nothing is more precious than life.
Indeed. All the more reason one should ensure they have the means to preserve it.
Wow. Another person from real history that we should probably investigate more. Wow. That's a conversation right there. Okay. I'm terrified to continue to talk, so let's move on.
Gentlemen, I believe I found the solution to our problem. Or rather, Odysseus has.
How do you? Are you a new guy?
The Greek hero, you lobcock.
Allow me to explain. We enter Silas' fort under the pretext of kinship. Once inside, we spring our trap, free the captives, and kill the slaver.
Dodgy, dodgy. I like it.
Then, let us begin. First, we need to find ourselves a convoy.
News from France.
Convoy should be here soon. We'll attack on my signal.
Understood, sir.
If we time this right, we can catch them all unawares.
The Boston Country Journal.
Alright. Now we must simply conduct the ambush flawlessly. Not a problem. Also, I don't know if any of you out there felt the same way as I did, but when Assassin's Creed 3 came out and I was able to grab muskets, oof, now that was a revelation.
What the hell is this?
1,000 pardons, sirs. Seems we've had ourselves an unhappy little accident.
Get it sorted, and quickly.
Of course, my lord. At once.
The Boston Country Journal.
Charles, you and William serve as vanguard. Let no man reach us.
What about me?
You and John will follow from a distance and keep watch over us. I'll signal you when I have need of your services. We're here to help you, along with those held inside Southgate Fort.
Free me.
Not until we're inside the gate. I can't chance an inspection of the gate going wrong. I'll see you safe. You have my word. Do you know anything of Silas' operation? How many men we might expect? The nature of their defenses?
Oh, Hatham, I don't think she's gonna be talking to you.
You must be rather important to him if you were given your own escort.
Again, I don't think she likes you, but...
Sir, we've enemies ahead. Shall I engage them?
No. Let Jonathan and Thomas take care of it.
As you wish.
I wish you'd trust us. Though I suppose it's only natural for you to be wary. So be it.
Certainly have to feel for the prisoners that were, you know, moments away from escape, at least in their mind, now heading to the fort under armed escort. So, yeah, that's tough. I can understand the silence.
Halt!
Evening, gentlemen.
State your business.
Delivery for Silas.
Go on, then.
See? I'm freeing you just as I said I would. Now, if you'll allow me to explain. Let her go.
But she'll give us away.
No, she won't.
What's the plan?
Free the captives and avoid detection.
What of Silas?
He dies.
I know when you're ready to strike.
This is an opportunity that we may not get again for a little bit, so I just want to take a quick moment and discuss Boston Neck. This is an area of land that existed at the time, 1754 for this portion of the game, but no longer can be found in the modern day. That's right, folks. Boston has lost its neck. In this vaguely contemporary drawing, link in the description, we can clearly see that the city of Boston is basically an island. There is just one thin strip of land that connects the city with the mainland, and this would be labeled Boston's Neck. Obviously, this was a very strategically important strip of land, and it would become the focus of major fortifications during the colonial period, especially during the upcoming revolution. Today, as we can see from this image, this is really far from reality. Between 1630 and 1880, the community growth forced change. Many of the famous hills were cut to provide fill, and gravel and earth was shipped in from local communities to further expand the city and widen that neck. The result is a much larger, but far from original Boston. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that before the moment passed. Okay, we're back to it. But as I was mentioning, we're right around Boston Neck. This is obviously going to be filled with British soldiers. And, of course, we must wait. This is probably the most traditional thing in all Assassin's Creed games. Waiting in some sort of wagon. There we go, perfectly disposed of. Now we can free these people. Boom, you're welcome. No, my knuckles don't hurt. How does that count as one captive freed? That's 4 people, we should be done. Come on. Our next victim. Simple enough. You know, you ever ask yourself if you're the good guy or not? I mean, we're freeing people, right? We're probably on the right side there of history. I don't exactly love the position I'm in, but we're making progress. Also, I love ships in Assassin's Creed games. Love them in all games, but especially in Assassin's Creed games. I just wish they had more of the interior spaces, but I know they will come Assassin's Creed 4, so that'll be fun.
An hour of quiet was all I asked. Instead, I'm awakened not 10 minutes later by this cacophonous madness. I expect an explanation, and it had best be good. How? How did this happen? My precious merchandise set free? It's unacceptable! Rest assured, I'll have the heads of those responsible, but first we clean up this mess! Seal the fort, kill any who try to escape. I don't care if they be one of us or one of them. To approach the gate is to be made a corpse. Am I understood?
Push them back!
You shall not have us! I'll deal with this, sir! For the order!
Thanks, Charles Lee. The order is a weird way to phrase that, but okay. Whoops. Whoops. Gotta be a better way than this, but I mean, it worked. No one can say it didn't work. Also, I'm starting to get the idea that this guy definitely is not a good person, and that maybe we should probably end his life.
He's here.
Glad to have
Stop
you with
the
us.
interloper.
I could use some help.
Intruders, all of them.
Boom. Got him. Wow. Check done.
Who are you?
Name's Hatham Kenway. You don't know me, but I believe the two of you are well acquainted.
I made a promise to you, Silas. One I intend to keep.
Wow. That was kind of brutal. Well done, Benjamin Church, I guess. Still think that guy's freaking nuts, but alright. Oh, hey, there's our lady friend.
What happens now?
We wait. They're not for very long, I suspect. It's been several weeks now since we freed the Mohawk prisoners from captivity. I had hoped their leader might make contact, but there's been only silence. My men grow restless. They want to know what comes next, and I do not have an answer. Lee alone remains active, pursuing leads, however slight. He stalks the city streets and scouts the bordering woods, hopeful that he might make contact with one of those we saved. There was a woman there that night. It was she who helped the others to safety. If we can find her, I believe I'll have my answers. So, I watch and wait, hopeful that my true mission might finally begin.
And we arrive at where I'm going to stop for this one. We're close to the point where I was going to stop originally, before Assassin's Creed Mirage came out, but we're still not there yet. So, we continue to march on. Please leave a like if you like this video, subscribe for more similar content, and yeah, watch the channel. I publish videos when I can, and I appreciate all who show up, so thank you. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.
Has had small success in recruiting Indian allies to the cause of the Crown.